morning, everybody. This is Pastor Cal. As you well know, Sound Life Church is about people. And we love people, especially people in this community. But one of the things that people need is a place, a home. And for the past 30-some years, this has been our home. It's been our place. And it's a wonderful place. It's 18.5 acres in one of the fastest growing areas of the state of Washington. We have 50,000 square foot of buildings. And it's the place where we meet to worship. It's the place where we meet to fellowship. It's the place where we meet to teach and train our children. It's also the place where we meet to stay out of the rain. And in this part of the country, that's really important. But our place, our home, has some needs right now. And we want to talk to you about some of those needs. Some of the needs are mandated by the county, and they're saying we're going to have to make some changes with some things. Some of the needs have to do with repairs and replacement. Other parts of the needs have to do with the ongoing equipping of the church. So I want Pastor Terry to take a moment or two and share with you some of those needs right now.
Thanks, Pastor Cal. We're out here on 36th, and you notice all the construction, everybody sees that. 176 is getting tore up, and with that, there's a lot of things happening in front of our building. One of the things that's being required of us is we're going to need to work with Spanaway Water and do a new backflow system. Now, I'm not really sure what all that is, so I brought Tim in from Spanaway Water, and he's going to explain that. What do we need to do, Tim?
One of the programs we run is the cross-connection program, and that's to prevent either backflow or from back pressure or back siphonage from the water that's in your buildings, your irrigation system, in your labs and school, to flow back into the water system and contaminate that system.
Okay, so we have to do this in a timely way because it's being required of you, is that right?
It is. It's required by the EPA, and then they pass it on to the Department of Health, and then it's our job to enforce these rules.
So we need to get this done. We need to do it by the end of the month, according to a schedule we have, and it's going to cost about $5,000. Now with that, we can save ourselves about $725 by doing some of the labor ourselves and digging a hole. And we're going to do that. Count on it. Here we are in the sprinkler control room. This is the place where all the water comes in to go to our wet system for the sprinkler system in the live room and E3 and places like that. We need every 5 years to have our sprinkler system inspected from the inside. That means they put a camera through this system somewhere and inspect the inside to make sure there's no leaks, make sure that there's no rust, things that are potentially damaging that could just blow up on us. This needed to happen by the end of May, and it cost us $1,000, a little more than $1,000. Finally, we find ourselves in our kitchen. And there's some things that need to happen here as well. There are some requirements that are coming from Pierce County that we need to upgrade our system of fire suppression in the hood. So I've asked Pastor Jason, who had a career before this in restaurants, to give us a little bit of background on what do we have to do. So Jason, what's needed?
Well, about 6 months ago, the Pierce County Fire Marshal came in and did our regular inspection. And they asked us to upgrade our fire system, our fire protection system in our hoods. And they said that it's out of compliance.
Yeah.
And so they've asked us just to replace it because a new one will be significantly more effective in the event we were to have a major kitchen fire.
So that's what we need to do, $2,400 plus to make this fire suppression system happen. Now, we have other things in this kitchen that have just recently broken down and need to be replaced. We have 2 ovens. One of them has completely quit on us. Jason, what's the problem with this oven?
This oven lost its fan motor, and again, it's an older piece of equipment, and so the oven has no replacement parts that are available anymore. And so what we did was we made an attempt to fix it, and unfortunately, the element itself also burned out, which they don't make those anymore either.
So we need new ovens, and that's for the Wednesday night cafe that we do all the time here. Plus, every day, 5 days a week during the school year, Cascade uses these ovens to prepare lunch for the students that meet here. So this will cost us, if we bought brand new, would be around $5,000. If we can find it any cheaper, we're there.
So here's the question. How can we do this? How can I help? Here's how you can help. You can say, I'm in. I'm in to the Make It Happen project. You can partner with the leadership of Sound Life Church to move forward and to creatively resource the needs that we have. We want to do this debt-free. We want to do it cost effectively. And we want to do it by breaking it down into 4 phases. The phases are very simple. Phase number 1 is the start at home phase. And that's just the stuff we have to do. That's what the county's mandating for us to do. It's just keeping the doors open and meeting the bare requirements. Phase 2 is the bare essentials, the things we need to do, things like fixing the roof and making the needed repairs around the building. Phase 3 is curb appeal. Those are the things we want to do. We'd love to paint the building. We'd love to have the building just pop as you drive by so people see it and it makes a great statement on 176th and 36th. And then the final phase is the dream big phase. Those are the things that we want to do to just continue the effectiveness of the ministry in an even greater way. So here's the question. Are you in to make it happen?